have some wine.
Mike.
Yes, homie?
That's it! You people have stood in my way long enough! I'm going to clown college!
I don't think any of us expected him to say that.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! Even the moon's frightened of me, frightened to death. The whole world's frightened to death.
See this? This is my boomstick!
I've been home my breath for a long time!
What are you, fucking nuts?
Okay, hi, hello, welcome back to the Monster Cast Hunters Appreciation. You guys know me, I'm your host Justin, but today I'm joined by someone very special. I'm joined by one of the infamous clowns for Carnevil, probably one of the most iconic theme park scare zones out there. I'm joined today by Threade from Carnevil.
Hey, how is everybody? I hope you guys are good.
I'm doing alright, but how are you doing? How's everything going?
Doing good. Just, getting ready for the Halloween season. Summer is usually the longest, the longest waiting period from now into Halloween. It's like you could almost taste it.
Yeah, well, now it's build season. They've been going crazy on construction right now.
Oh, I'm sure, especially since we missed out on a year.
Yeah, you haven't been able to kind of mess with your character in a long while, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Like I was saying, I'm a healthcare worker, so everything in my life has been basically that up until probably recently when things kind of started opening back up again.
Yeah. How does it feel being able to go back to, all that after so long?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, I am a total extrovert, so it's being inside for about a year and a half was pretty tough for me. So it's exciting to end up going back and getting to see all the spooky things and going to like Midsummer Scream and all that, which is coming up.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to that this year?
Yeah, I definitely plan to go.
I'm going too.
Oh, cool. Yeah. As soon as I saw the tickets, I got the 2-day pass or whatever. And just to go see, what's going on and feel like a bit since we've been in a cave.
Yeah, I went VIP. I wanted the full thing because it's been so long.
Oh, right. See, I wish I didn't even do the VIP, but I'm just happy to be there.
Yeah, I get you. I just hope the lines aren't like how far back they stretched last Midsummer Scream. Where it went wrapped all the way around the building and down the stairs. And
I know. And the Pasadena Convention Center was small. Right.
And the Pasadena Convention Center is smaller than the Long Beach one, so I don't even know how it's gonna go.
Right. It's like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think they're only temporarily using this one because the Long Beach one is still being used for. Was it being used for a shelter, or what were they using it for?
Ooh, you know what? I actually don't know, but the shelter probably sounds about right.
It was like something like that, and I know the Midsummer is going to have it back next year. They'll be back in Long Beach for the actual official, like, big return of Midsummer Scream, because this one is just kind of a mini event. It has everything there except for, I think they're not doing the Hall of Shadows.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess I could see why, because trying to keep the space not as enclosed as possible.
Yeah, but let's be honest, there'll still be scare actors on the show floor.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they're still gonna let people do their thing.
Right, exactly.
And I know in terms of panels, the only parks that have really announced their panels are Horror Nights, and I think I don't remember if it was SeaWorld or Hayride, one of those like kind of B-lister ones. But I'm sure with not ticket sales going on sale the day after Midsummer's over, I think they're gonna have a panel.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening. I really hope so. I love Midsummer. It's fun. I love going to the Knott's panel.
Yeah, I think that's where they'll probably announce the new maze and the new scare zone. But just be honest, we're getting a new one. That video they showed off for the old ones, they did a whole very obvious allude to a new one at the end.
Oh yeah, that was such a big tease. There's no way that it wasn't nothing, you know.
Yeah,
We have
like
watched too much TV to not know that was a hint.
yeah, from the showing the lanterns is literally where the map cuts off and the whole Devil's Elixir on the floor and all the like the swing music in the back. They're doing a zone.
Oh yeah, yeah. I totally think
what
so.
was the last zone we had there? Like original zone was I know it wasn't Gypsy Camp because I think Gypsy Camp was back where you would walk over to get to like where Paranormal and Waxworks and stuff are. But has there ever been a zone in that stretch area besides when they would split Carnevil in there?
Not that I know of. I think Carnevil was the only. It was the only spot back there, and the old border was to the train tracks. I don't know the name of it, but I want to say there was like a little. I don't know if it was a part of Ghost Town too, or if it was its own thing. But I know that stretch by where the rapids are. I want to say that was its own scare zone. I don't know. I was a guest back in those days, so it was like 2010 maybe. I don't know. I'm probably just making this up, but
Yeah, no,
I want to think there was a zone there.
I do think there was something there. I just don't know if it was a stretch of a zone or if it was something original.
Exactly.
That area is such a blur area because at that point you're just going over to either special ops or where used to be going over the special ops, or you're going over to Carnival for whatever's over there.
Exactly. Yeah, that was just that quick little runway, so they didn't really have anything over there. At least as I've been on.
But if this zone is what I think and low key what I know it is, I think I'm going to be spending too much time in there.
No, that's good though, because if it is everything that I hope it's going to be, or if it even is, then it should be really good and really a really good area. I was in Carnevil when that used to be a part of Carnevil, so that's one of my favorite areas to scare in. So
yeah, so
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So speaking of your time at Carnival and all that, tell us about your character, about Threade, and whatever we want to know.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started in Carnival. My first year was 2015. My character, when I first started, didn't really have a name. I was just kind of like generic clown 43 or whatever. And then I actually met a girl named Lore, who was in Carnival since 2014. And she was kind of my running partner, and her character's name was Buttons. And so we, we're riffing off each other, hanging out, being characters. And she tells me one time, on break, she's like, we need to have you come up with a name. And I was all like, yeah, I guess that we could find a name. And she's like, but it has to be something clowny. And I was like, okay, well, your name is Buttons. Why don't I do something with buttons? And then I was like, well, what goes with buttons is Threade. But to make it more look like a name, instead of just like a thing, I put the E on the end, just like kind of as a joke, and it stuck. So that's kind of where it all started. I was originally the knife thrower. That was just kind of what I made up for myself to justify carrying a knife around. And I did that for about 2 years. I was the same thing. So 2015, 2016. And then I actually did a rogue year 2017 in Ghost Town. As like a cat saloon girl. And then the following year, when I re-auditioned, I was actually told by management, they're like, you know what? We did like your Ghost Town character, but I think we like you better as a clown, but we're actually going to put you in makeup. And I was like, oh, okay. Definitely going back to my roots. I missed the whole big construction year in Carnival because they were building Hang Time the year that I missed. So I was coming back basically to like it wasn't like a whole new area, but you know how like Boardwalk, the Midway actually got all refurbed. So then I never stopped being Threade in a sense, but she kind of had like a rebirth in 2018 where I just like updated everything, redid face, contacts, hair, everything. And then kind of the Threade that we know today just kind of started from there.
Yeah. Have you given Thread an actual, like, I guess, in the lore of Scary Farm backstory, or?
Kind of. It has a lot to do with actually my friend Lore, who plays Buttons, because we were saying that our characters were sisters, but she actually moved to Canada.
Oh.
And she actually started going to the Cedar Fair, working at the Cedar Fair in I don't where does she live.
The Canada's Wonderland. This thing is the one that's over there.
I want to say it's Canada's Wonderland. But she was saying that her character Buttons died in Carnevil, and then now she was like, I don't want to say clown hell, but like clown hell over in Canada's Wonderland. So for Thread, she's obviously still in Carnevil, so she's still alive. And the ringmaster is the one who actually killed her sister. So Thread is on this revenge spree of wanting to kill the ringmaster. But since she's so low on the totem pole in Carnevil, it's really hard for her to get to the ringmaster. So she's doing what she can to rise up in the ranks, whether that be killing people, getting people into the carnival, all that kind of stuff. And eventually, hopefully, one day she'll be able to kill the ringmaster and maybe take over his spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's on a vengeance plan,
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try to start working Scary Farm next year. I was gonna do it this year, but things kind of conflicted, so I wasn't able to. But I'm gonna try it for next year if I'm still in this general area, or like still here. And I know it's like an impossible dream because it's such a big thing, but I would like to try to get in Ghost Town. Maybe not my first year, but eventually, because I made up a really good character idea for Ghost Town that I don't think anybody has really done over there.
Ooh, that's awesome! Yeah, Ghost Town's kind of like the one I'll be all for. I'd probably say about everybody.
Yeah, because that's like the area.
Yeah, I made a joke last season with all the Carnevil clowns. Almost everybody in the park has a character ready for Ghost Town. That's how coveted that area is.
Yeah, but also I would also kind of like to work the new zone because I have character ideas for there too. With what I know, we obviously can't say because obviously we're under automatic NDA, but it's obvious to talk about that there is a zone coming there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, definitely character ideas. That I love characters and coming up with different things. I have a character in my pocket for probably every zone just because I like to do that.
Yeah, oh no, I have one for every zone and every maze. Even I know maze is a bit different, but just in case.
Yeah, just in case they want to try and do something off of that. I totally get that.
Yeah, I really like the wheelchair captain and Dark Entities, but I have no idea what happened to him. I thought that was a really fun character.
Right. Dark Entities, it's like I feel like it gets such a bad rap, but I love that maze just because that it's just such a homage to nerddom.
Yeah. I have a bias towards it because he uses the music from Portal 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I absolutely love Portal 2 if you know me, so that's an immediate bias.
Right, so you're like, this is for me.
Yeah. Same with Dark Ride. I find myself going through Dark Ride so much just because of the music.
Yes, Dark Ride's kind of I would say out of the mazes that are currently there, quote unquote, I guess last season. Dark Ride's probably one of my top two. Yeah, if not my favorite.
My top two right now are probably Dark Ride and Origins. Because Origins, it's hard to find any maze in any theme park period that's topped it. That was such a labor of love. It's insane.
Oh, absolutely, and especially for the fans and the guests who have been so invested in Ghost Town and their story, or
Yeah.
even the guests who have been coming since, I don't know, maybe like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, they made
It's
a
like,
monster out of the catawampus. Like, I don't think anybody saw that coming.
oh no, it's like the Catawampus is so cute, and now it's
Yeah.
like
I was
scary.
like this like 7'5" lingering like thin tree monster.
You're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we're doing now.
You're still huggable, but you're taller now.
Yeah, and I love all that Western like ghost kind of things too. So
Yeah.
I love the whole background between like old Westerns and, you know, that whole Tombstone vibe, which of course Ghost Town has.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
just natural because that's Ghost Town.
Right, exactly.
It's kind of cool, but yeah, that's a good one. They even have some of the scares on monsters in special ways or Easter eggs in the maze. Like they have that projection scare of the bride in that one room and like stuff like that.
Yeah, I know they have a on a mannequin they have Spaz's face.
Yeah, they have Spaz too.
Yeah, and that kind of like made me smile a little bit because Spaz was like one of my like heroes when I was like a haunt guest, and I was excited about like coming to scare when I was old enough.
Yeah, they even made monsters out of some Ghost Town Alive characters from like the kid-friendly like summertime day event.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I didn't see that though. Well, man, now I hope it comes back.
Because it immediately follows, or I guess Ghost Town or Not Scary Farm starts with Founders Day, which is what the summer event Ghost Town Alive is. Ghost Town Alive is the actual Founders Day, and then that night is when everything starts. When they go to hang Sarah Marshall and she puts a curse on the town, and the rest is history.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, no, I love that it's all connected. I know that it's all connected in one big kind of convoluted thing, like how Special Ops is just a modern day Calico.
Right. Yeah. I really love that kind of started, that they're starting to kind of do that a little bit more. I love that there is a maze that is connected to the street zone. Because I remember back when CS was Necropolis. Mm-hmm. And Endgames was like, it wasn't the same, but it was the same aesthetic as Necropolis. So I thought that was always like such a cool thing. And then now they're kind of starting to do it again with like Origins and even Dark Ride. And you could even argue Pumpkin Eater for Camp. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it holds kind of a similar aesthetic.
Yeah, we've talked about it on here, but the rumor that the two mazes that are going, because we lose two mazes after a while, is Paranormal and Pumpkin Eater might be the ones that are going.
Dang, yeah, that definitely could be.
I don't know about Pumpkin, but Paranormal definitely makes sense. It's the last like original maze still there now.
Yeah, well, and it's been there for like, I don't know, this would have been its 6th year?
Yeah, since like 2014, 2015, around there.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And it really hasn't like changed since then that much.
Except for they have a new ending, but I think that's about it.
Right. So even then it's like, it might be time to move on.
Yeah, but I do kind of miss walking on that bridge and the big old monsters right there. And I absolutely love the new ending. I know they still use him just in a different way. But I do kind of miss the old one. But also, I could also see why they would get rid of it, because I would always smack my head on the rocks because it's kind of hard to maneuver.
Yeah, those big puppet things, like especially the one in the end. Spoiler.
And that maze has been around for like 6 years.
I know. I know. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. But those big puppet things, I don't know what it is about them. Those are like the one things that in mazes that freak me out. Like, oh man, like even the one that was in Shadowlands or the shark in Depths, those scare me every time.
Oh no, I think they're cuties. I want to hug all of them. I always thought they were like the best little things.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think people that do them actually really scary. I think Universal does them really scary, honestly. The big like head puppets.
Oh my gosh, I actually learned of that fear at Universal in the Alien versus Predator maze years ago. And because the Predator puppet was so tall, and I was just like, this is not good for me.
Yeah, it also had one of the largest animatronics ever built, or largest puppets ever built for a haunt with the Alien Queen.
Oh wow! See, there you go.
Yeah, but I know that's been topped nowadays with Clownzilla with Killer Clowns in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a massive puppet.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about Florida. I know that's probably pretty bad, but
there's I think they're probably the only theme park haunt that still gets good scares out of me. Much as I love Knott's and stuff, I'm so used to it because I work there. I'm so unfazed by it all.
Oh yeah. It definitely, the longer you're there, the more the more you get numb to it.
Yeah, because I know that I work there. I've been visiting it for years, so.
Exactly. So you're and then the magic's kind of ruined once you're on the other side.
I still find fun in it though. I find a lot of fun in what the stories will make up for their characters and for the quality of the mazes. And I'm a huge set person. I like to design mazes. I'm a maze designer, writing up concepts and stuff.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
I'm a geek for stuff like that still.
Oh yeah. That's
still find fun. Yeah,
absolutely.
I just don't get scared at Knott's anymore. But that's not a bad thing against the actors. I think everybody's really good. And I still have a lot of fun, and it's fun to interact with them, but it's just really hard to scare me. It also doesn't help that I am a wall of a man. I'm really big.
Right, so you're I'm good.
Yeah. So I always bring people that are really scared of me so that I can just send people after them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I'm the lamb to the slaughter one. You're ringing them in.
You're go scare them. Scare this person.
Oh no, I was in the. Well, no, I did. There when they were getting rid of Trick or Treat Lights Out, I both was in the last public group, the last group for Trick or Treat Lights Out on its last night. But then I was also the very, very last person to go through it as a public guest. That's my only big haunt flex. I was the very last person to go through Lights Out because I ran back around and asked them to do it again. They were in the process of turning off everything. I was wait.
Let me do it one more time.
Yeah, they did. They were really nice about it. But when I was going with the group, I was the one that was holding the flashlight. Now I didn't notice I was a little bit ahead. One of the monsters came up and tried to scare me, get all in my face. I should have talked to them. I'm going to be honest, I'm not scared in the slightest. But the people behind me are mortified, and they just gave a nod and just went ham on them. And I was right because they were screaming and freaking out. I'm just man, I'm gonna cut it straight. I'm not scared, but I know they're terrified. So.
You're so if you really want to, get that satisfaction, go for them.
Yeah, no, but when I was going through it one last time, I both tried to be kind of quick because I know they were closing up, but I also wanted to take my time a little bit because those sets are so underappreciated, especially because you can't really see them without the flashlight.
Oh, I know.
So I was taking time to look at everything because you didn't get to do that a lot anymore when it went to Lights Out.
Right. Yeah. I have a couple friends who work in build, and they always tell us how much work they put into it. And it's something I would say even the monsters don't even always get to appreciate just because you are sitting there in the dark.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they were pissed to find out when you're hey, just so you guys know, we're gonna put this in pitch black.
You're no.
Yeah, no. All the time of the academy wasted. No, but from what I've seen from whenever they keep the doors open, whenever I would go on the train or around that area, the new maze they're building looks fucking insane.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear about them.
It looks so special.
Oh, that's so exciting. Yeah, I've been in the dark for all of that stuff. So it's
yeah.
I'm so excited to hear about it. I want to fall in love with the excitement of finding out what's new in, at Knott's. Because I've been such a fan. Started going, I think in 2008. I had to been I don't even know, 13, 12, somewhere right there.
Yeah. I hope they do a team member preview night this year.
Oh, me too.
Have they ever really done those?
I know for us monsters, we are allowed to do a preview on the dress rehearsals
Mm-hmm.
of whatever night you're not on dress rehearsals. So, like for example, if Street Zones historically have had one day to where all four, I would say four, right? Yeah, there's four now.
Mm-hmm.
How all four Street Zones could, they do their dress rehearsal on like say Thursday, and then they're going to do half the mazes on Friday and half the mazes on Saturday. So since we had our dress rehearsals on Thursday, we can go on Friday and Saturday and be the quote unquote guests for for the maze monsters. And so we get to see what's going on in the mazes, where the maze monsters get to see what we're doing out on streets.
Yeah, oh, that's fun. I wanted that too, and I was wondering if they'll do it for day ops people, because I'm a day ops worker at Knott's. I'm switching over to games. I might try to work. I'm gonna buy the pass, so I'm not like sneaking in and breaking rules, obviously. But I'm trying to get day shifts or mid shifts, so that way I can come to Scary Farm at night on my like work nights.
Right. Yeah, that would be super. That'd be super super fun. Just
even if night shifts, if I only get like an hour or two, I'm still gonna run around and go inside every night after work.
Right. Just kind of see what's going on. Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm probably I'm still gonna be respectful and buy the pass though.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a thing, because you want to make sure that we're not rule breaking or anything, and supporting what we all love, obviously.
Yeah, no. Even though I'm gonna play it, I always buy that pass.
You're right.
Yeah, it's just respect, and it gets you guys some money too, and it gets things going.
Exactly. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. That's so fun. I really am excited to know what mazes are coming that are going to be new, just since we've had so long to anticipate for all these.
Yeah, it's just gonna be weird not having anything in Mystery Lodge. Honestly, I think Mystery Lodge as a whole is done for good. They scraped off like the signage that says Mystery Lodge.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, definitely.
So I think it might be used as a warehouse for mazes in the future, but I think it might be done in terms of the show.
Oh yeah, that really is unfortunate. I remember going to there as a kid.
Yeah, it was a cool little thing. The effects were really cool.
Right. Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, when they would like have the mirror thing and they would project like some hand drawn stuff on there, and along with the person, how they would make him disappear at the end, and that was cool.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, but it is also really sad to see Special Ops go. Special Ops is such a long thing that we had.
Oh my gosh, I know, and it was so fun. I remember even back when it was in like Camp Snoopy. I know that was such a thing when that happened, but I remember going through it, and I just I had so much fun, like just feeling like you're in a video game, like shooting zombies, like was like the icing on the cake for me.
Yeah, and I miss when it was just spanned over Camp Snoopy. Like it wasn't even a maze. Just here's a gun. Here's Camp Snoopy. Go fuck shit up.
Right, exactly. And it, like I said, like I love video games, so it's like
me too.
That kind of stuff is like, woo, we're gonna do this.
Yeah. What do you play?
I know I'm gonna be real basic about it, but like I play a lot of Fallout. I play Red Dead Online pretty religiously.
Oh, I have Red Dead Online too. I love it.
Oh, it's my favorite.
What do you play that on?
PS4.
Hey, I play it on the PS4 too.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to add each other so we can play.
Yeah, no, I already have a posse and everything. We gotta play.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I did join this whole little like online little crew and everything. So yeah, I play that pretty religiously, which ties into that whole Western like love.
Yeah. Do you play Dead by Daylight?
I don't, but a couple of my friends stream it, so I'll watch them every so often.
That's a game you should get into, because that's like, in terms of haunters, that's like our game.
Right. Well, I played a little bit of Friday the 13th just because it was like slower paced. But I heard that that's starting to get shut down. So I'm like, or
they're
if it
shutting
has
down the
already.
servers.
Yes. So I'm like, dang it.
I think the only way you'll be able to play is through like local, like between your friends. But in terms of like like playing online with other people and that whole experience, I think that's like gone.
Oh, I know, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, which sucks because they could have done so much. They could have done Jason X and all that cheesy shit.
Oh, right, and I feel like they totally could have done that, and that would have been like new maps, like
Yeah.
like I know with Jason X, that was the space one, right? So they could have done like a whole space shuttle, like that. That would have been so funny.
I think what everybody's been wanting them to do is to put Jason in Dead by Daylight, but Friday the 13th has been in licensing hell for so long now. You can't put Jason in anything.
Right, and it's so unfortunate because out of like all the like horror icons, I guess he's probably my favorite.
I find him the most wholesome, honestly. He's a mama's boy.
Most wholesome serial killer.
It's between him and Bubba, because they're the ones that aren't like they're not morally evil. They're just kind of like a situation beyond their control evil.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Bubba just wants Bubba is. I think they made it pretty well known that Bubba's autistic, so his mind span's a little different. So he's just trying to keep his family happy and impress them no matter what he's got to do. And the same thing with Jason. He doesn't want to disappoint his mama. He's got to get revenge. He's getting revenge with him killing his mom.
Oh, exactly. I know. I still do. It's like that's like one of the little like I wouldn't say Easter egg isn't the word, but like I took the kill her, mommy, kill her, like that whole part.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, so I'll say that like on streets sometimes just because like it's my little homage to like my favorite serial killer, and it's just like so I'm like, I know that's so corny to say, but you know what? I don't care.
Yeah. My favorite is Ghostface. On one end because of how like meta of a concept Ghostface is. On the other hand, just because of how much he absolutely eats shit, and that he's like the clumsiest serial killer ever.
Honestly, probably the most realistic.
He's the most realistic because he's falling over stuff. They're throwing stuff at him. He's tumbling over, or I guess them, because I know it's a different person every movie.
Exactly.
But I'm talking specifically. I think I'm talking like Matthew Lillard, like Scream 1, Ghostface.
Oh my God! What will my parents think, or whatever the line is? Or what are we going to tell you? Whatever.
It's so good. But I think the most iconic thing to ever come from Scream is probably the cold open for Scream 2 in the movie theater.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's like the most iconic kill to come from those movies. Either that or was it Drew Barrymore? The one that was really controversial because they're like, you got this big, like extremely rich Hollywood actress and like this like superstar, and you kill her off first.
Right.
Or not first, but like you make her like the opening kill. You just get rid of her like she's nothing.
It's like, you know what? This is it. We're just going with it.
Yeah, I haven't watched those movies in so long though, so I'm sure I'm like blanking and missing so much stuff. I gotta watch them again.
That's okay. Same.
Yeah, the one that I picked up on recently was I watched Carrie and Suspiria again.
Oh my gosh, the throwback.
Suspiria is such a good movie. I really wanted to become a haunted house at Universal.
Oh, I bet you that would be cool. You know, I've actually have never seen it.
Suspiria?
Ever.
It's so good. It's not that scary, but it's really eerie.
Oh, see, I love that.
And the soundtrack by Goblin is fucking incredible. It has such a good score.
Oh man, okay. I'll have to put it on my list.
Yeah, you have to. But I think my favorite horror film of all time is probably Creepshow.
Yeah, Creepshow is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what my favorite horror movie would be. You know what it is, and it's not even an old one, is Crimson Peak. I think that's probably has to be my favorite. Good. It's just so pretty, and it's so like different horror.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not really like, as much as I was just saying how much I love like the cheesy slasher films. I just love like the aesthetic of it, and like how it's not like outwardly scary, but it's horror, you know?
Yeah, no, My thing with Creepshow is I like it because of how creative it is with the imagery and the cameras and all the effects and stuff. It's rare to get a movie that creative with its cinematography anymore. We rarely get stuff like that between like Mandy and Into the Spider-Verse, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like rare to get, stuff like that kind of unique and that colorful anymore.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen Mandy on Shudder?
No, I don't think so, actually.
That's a really good one. That's Nicolas Cage.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I know I'm so bad about like watching movies, but I definitely like now that we're getting back into Halloween and all that kind of stuff, like I like even before we started doing this, I was watching the new American Horror Stories.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to see what it's about because I kind of fell off on American Horror Story after, oh my gosh, what was it? The Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of fell off after that. So, but then I saw that this one was going back to, there was like Murder House and stuff involved. So which was one of the very first things I watched probably back in high school. So I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. And it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to American Horror Stories yet, but I heard it's good.
Yeah, I was thoroughly surprised just from, being kind of disappointed in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, I recently rewatched The Haunting of Hill House because it's coming to Horror Nights, and I kind of forgot. I always knew it was like depressing, but I forgot how depressing it was.
Oh my gosh, I know.
It's so sad.
I know. I'm excited to see with Horror Nights. I haven't decided if I'm going to go or not yet. But
I'm thinking about it. I'm definitely going to Florida. This is a given. I go every year, but Hollywood's I'm kind of like, maybe for a night, but there's not much for me. I'm literally just gonna go do Hill House and Bride of Frankenstein and just leave. So
right, you feel like all right
because I've already seen the Exorcist and Pandora's Box a million times, and I'm pissed at Halloween 4 because I was gonna be Halloween 3, which was my most hyped for Hollywood. But they swapped it out. Because I fucking love Halloween 3. It's my favorite in that series.
Right. They're doing The Exorcist, and it's going to be in Hollywood, right?
Yeah, Florida's not bringing it back, but Hollywood is in the soundstage this time.
Ooh, I actually am excited. If I do end up going, I do want to see The Exorcist. Because I didn't get to see it last time it was there.
That maze is good. The facade is beautiful. I can't handle the smell.
Oh no, not the smells.
I gotta plug my nose that whole maze, or I won't make it.
Oh, that actually back to to American Horror Story. I felt the same way when that maze came to Horror Nights. The smell in hotel was like the hotel portion was a mess. I was like, oh my god, this is the nastiest I've ever smelled.
But Universal redeemed themselves with the smells of Killer Clowns in Outer Space, so it's okay in my book.
It's
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters smell like roasted marshmallows and Mr. Stay Puft.
Oh, I love that. That was another one I didn't get to go into that I really wanted to because it was like 4 hours long.
It's so good. It was so cute. It wasn't scary in the absolute slightest, but it was just fun. Sometimes it's what you need.
Right.
Yeah. Also, Hollywood isn't getting Beetlejuice this year either, which is another shame.
Right. I love Beetlejuice. So
Florida's getting Beetlejuice, but Hollywood, I guess, isn't.
Oh, that's so lame.
Maybe next year. It's because to keep the license for multiple years, they had to open it for at least 2 days. And Florida had the park open at the time, so they're able to preview their maze. Hollywood was still closed, so.
Dang, that's so lame.
They can always reclaim them back, but they can't do it this year. It has to be like next year or a year after that.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh.
Yeah.
But, hurry up and wait, right?
Yeah, they really need to. That's such a good property that you can't waste.
Exactly. Well.
Yeah, and the Florida house is fucking insane.
Yeah, I really want to go one of these years. My friend Naomi, who's actually GTS Lucy, me and her have been talking about taking a trip to Florida like right before the haunt season starts.
Go to Horror Nights in Orlando starts like 2 weeks before Non Scary Farm starts. You should go.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen for us this year, but we're definitely trying to go
Yeah.
next
Oh,
year.
I mean, just in general, it always starts like 2 to 3 weeks before Scary Farm starts, so you could always go like that opening weekend.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because I want to experience. I knew they do the original ideas too over there,
Yeah,
which they don't
they
really
do
do in
half
Hollywood.
originals, half IPs.
Right. Yeah, I want to do that and go to Walt Disney World, obviously, because it's out there, and go
And
to
I think in
their
Walt Disney
Hollywood
World
party.
is I think in Walt Disney World is 1 day at Disney World costs me more than 3 days at Universal.
Isn't that crazy?
So yeah, I know. And with Universal, like I did like the fancy shit, like Express and the scare actor dining and all that. And Disney still costs more.
Right. Oh, that's so
Yeah,
much.
but if you are going to Disney, my favorite restaurant in all 4 parks is Sunny Eclipse.
Okay.
Or Sunny
Yeah,
Eclipse or something like that, or Cosmic Rays. Sorry, it's all Cosmic Rays, and it's a play on of making fun of those Chuck E. Cheese like showbiz theater kind of things, where you grab your
right.
food and they have a show in the middle of an animatronic called Sunny Eclipse, who's like a jazz member from space, like an alien. But the show fucking smacks though. Like it's good. Like it's good. It's cute.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It's such a rare sight because you don't really think about or get to those dinner and a show like animatronic singing like kind of shows anymore.
Right.
Besides the Chuck E. Cheeses that are really worn down and dead by now, most of them have gone to just screens now. So
Speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, I found out the other day that Chucky's middle name is Entertainment.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. So
dude came out the womb singing Frank Sinatra.
It's like Charles Entertainment Cheese. I was like, oh no.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Did you know that Special Ops actually had like a really rundown Chuck E. Cheese like mascot outfit?
Uh-huh.
And like at first it was like I know I'm not crazy. There has to be somebody else that saw this. Usually it was just like a static model, just like in like the kids like party room. But there's a net that where they put an actor in there. And I know I'm not crazy, but I hear people like, no, it was always a mannequin. But I know for a fucking fact on the last year of it, they put someone in that suit. And I can't be crazy. Like I know I'm not.
It has to be one of those Mandela effect things.
I know. It's such a big conspiracy. Like, did they put someone in there, or am I just going fucking nuts? But he very physically reached out and like tried to scare me. He didn't have like a buzzer thing. Like you couldn't shoot him for points, but he was there.
He was there.
He was there. I know they can't deny that the outfit was there. Everybody knows the outfit was in that party room, but there was an actor in there at some point. I know there was.
Oh yeah, there had to have been, right? It's like there could be plenty of conspiracies in the world, but that's the one that we're gonna try and stick to.
No, I'm fairly confident it's like a cryptid.
Chuck E. Cheese.
The Special Ops Chuck E. Cheese. That's the Buena Park cryptid.
It's like we're gonna put him up there with Mothman.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
But then that begs the question: when are we gonna get a statue in the middle of Buena Park of that Chuck E. Cheese outfit, fucking ripped like they do with Mothman?
Right? It's like I need it right in the middle at the mall.
I put it in the middle of that new mall they opened, the Source. That's like a mall, like a concert hall and stuff.
And it's just the Chuck E. Cheese outfit.
Oh my god! Even put a Chuck E. Cheese in there. Why the fuck not? They're pretty much a dead enterprise now, but who cares?
Oh, I love it.
It kind of makes me sad that that whole scene's kind of gone. I always found it interesting.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which you think with the obvious fucking, 6 Nights at Michael's game series that it would be a very popular market again, but...
Right, you would think, but
yeah,
it's like not even the case.
Yeah, but now I know FNAF's a very controversial thing because Scott's a Republican or whatever, so it's a whole thing.
I know. It's
My takeaway is I thought everybody knew. The guy made fucking Christian games and Christian movies before he did this. I thought it was extremely common knowledge. I thought it was like a thing that we just mutually knew but ignored. But I had no idea that nobody knew. I thought it was such an obvious fucking thing.
right.
That's what I took from the controversy. It's like none of you knew. You knew this guy made Christian games and stuff like growing up, and he was very obviously like part of a church, like a really Republican church, and you guys did not know.
Right. You know what? It happens.
That's why I didn't really give a lot of input. I mean, like, yeah, he donated to some shoddy people and shoddy like things, but I guess I don't know. It's heavy water to tread, and I just don't think about it too much. I was never like, I think the series was cool, but I was always more of a fan of a genre that it actually poured out rather than the actual source thing, because it kind of jump started and it brought back to life the art of VHS horror.
Right.
And that's like the one takeaway that I really appreciate it for, because we've gotten so much good like VHS horror like series on YouTube and stuff since then, where they're doing like FNAF VHS and the Paddington Files and the Walton Files, and there is one in particular that I do want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it in our mainline episode that's coming hopefully this week. So I don't want to talk about it just yet, because we do we do a segment called "Hey Hunters, Have You Heard?" where I find something that none of you, like nobody on the show has ever heard of, and I'll bring it up and talk about it and kind of introduce it to everyone.
That's really cool.
And I have a really good one in the VHS horror section for this next one.
Dang, yeah, so definitely gonna have to tune in for that Sunday, that Sunday podcast.
Yeah, we're probably, because we were talking about doing one Sunday, we probably will.
Right.
Yeah, even if it's just me and Ridley, it'll probably happen.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I guess we could talk about, we also have one coming up, hopefully. I got her to get Discord, but she's been really confused by it, and I haven't heard her answer yet, or she still wants to do the episode. So I'm gonna see if she might be just trying to get Discord figured out. But with the bride from Ghost Town, that we're planning on doing one with her, or one of these.
Yeah, that's gonna be really exciting. Yeah, she did the car wash and everything last year.
The haunted car wash. I went to that.
Yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to go, but a lot of my fellow clowns did, and they got to really experience, and they said it was super cool and super fun.
It was cool. I definitely gotta save up, and not save up, but I gotta like keep my car dirty so I can go over there for the car wash. Because even though it is a haunt, they do clean your car.
Right. You're like, it's cleaning my car, but it's like doing chores and getting scared at the same time.
Yeah, no. Like, yeah, like you guys could spook me, but I'm also here for my platinum wash, so excuse me.
I paid extra for this one.
Yeah.
What are they doing the car wash again, or do you know?
I heard they're doing it this year, because some Harbor people are going over and doing it this year. Since Dark Harbor is like, the Queen Mary's doing Chapter 11 kind of cleanup right now.
Okay. Yeah, so Dark Harbor's like not happening, huh?
I don't think it's permanently gone, but in terms of this year, it's probably not happening.
Oof.
Sadly. Because I love Harbor. Yeah. But we are getting a new park haunt in the mix. They're bringing Howl-O-Scream to SeaWorld San Diego.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm so interested to see how that is. Like, I really hope I get an opportunity to go.
Yeah, I've been to Florida's Howl-O-Scream at Busch Gardens. They're really good at what they do. Like, they're really fucking good.
Wow. That's exciting.
Yeah,
I want to know, like...
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you go first. Sorry, I'm bad at
No, you're fine. No, I know it's, like, silly. It sounds so silly. It's just, but it's, like, because you're saying that, like, in Florida, it's great and it's really good, and I really hope that's the case, but, like, I can't get it out of my head of, like, scary monsters with, like, some orcas in the back.
No, I've been talking about, if I don't see that like chibi fucking like Shamu mascot outfit running around with a chainsaw, I'm gonna go get a refund.
I want a refund.
Get my money back. Why did I drive my ass 2 hours down to San Diego if you're not gonna give me Shamu with a chainsaw?
I'm out.
I'm out. I don't care about your 3 mazes and your 8 scare zones. I didn't get my Shamu. You can go fuck yourself.
Right, like, okay, like, listen, Shamu,
Yeah.
he better be the most scary thing there, because if not, it's over.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, the scariest thing there is the treatment of the animals.
I think somebody made like a joke about them just show it not even being a haunt, just them showing blackfish. I was like, oh no.
Oh no! So they're making a haunted house out of Blackfish. It's the IP maze this year.
Oh no.
Oh no!
We're so bad. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, now I know SeaWorld is desperately scrounging to be like, we're not an aquarium. We don't have animals. What are those? Look at this. Look at these 3 roller coasters we build every 2 years.
I know. It's like, I was so surprised. I went to SeaWorld probably like 4 or 5 years ago for just to kind of see, because I hadn't been since I was a kid. I'm like, what are there roller coasters here?
And yeah, they have like 6 of them now that are all over, like the controversial like tanks.
They're like, we're getting past the controversy with roller coasters.
The roller
That's
coasters. The kids
quite
like
the
roller
move.
coasters, right?
Right. You can't say no to roller coasters. Oh no.
I think the last roller coaster I went on there in terms of new ones was Manta. So you're talking way back.
Yeah, I remember my mom actually used to live in San Diego back when I was like in high school. And I remember when they were building the Journey to Atlantis. Yeah, that's what it is, where it's like half a water ride, half a roller coaster. So I'm like, and I remember going on that one like a long time ago, but then that was like the only ride that they had.
They had that, and then like during Christmas they had like the Polar Express 4D, but
Right.
yeah, which I kind of missed that. I miss the smell of hot chocolate when they were doing the hot chocolate song in 4D.
Right. Dang, SeaWorld.
Yeah. It's like I want to enjoy Hallow Scream at SeaWorld, but then Blackfish, so it's kind of
Yeah, just like, okay, gotta remember the controversy.
Yeah, can't enjoy it too much.
I know. It's like, you know what? I enjoyed this slightly less because Shamu was locked away.
Yeah.
No, but I guess they're kind of working on that. I mean, I don't have like enough information to like really speak to it, but I guess they are kind of trying to work on that a little bit. I mean, as much as corporations say that they're going to work on things like that.
It
So I
depends
guess
on how
it's
much
a
you can
little
really hold them to their word.
Right. Like, it's not great, but it's, but they are working on it. So, I mean, I guess that's all they can really ask for at this point, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It is what it is.
Right. Exactly. But, I mean, it's cool that they're going to have a haunt. I'll probably try and stick to the ones that I know, which, of course, is Universal. And, of course, not.
I might try it for one night. I'll dip my toes into it and give the verdict to other haunters how it is.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know what? If this is trash, just let us know.
I'll be the bait. Yeah, if it's garbage, I'll let you guys know. The only thing that SeaWorld might have going for it with the haunt is it's so much empty gap space that you could easily put scare zones in because it's such a wide space with like no decorations.
Right. I know. I kind of wish they would do something like that. I know Disney would never do that, but Disney would have such a cool haunt if they ever decided to do that. Like,
did you know Tokyo Disney has a haunt?
Oh, you're kidding!
I'm not kidding. You can look it up. They do a haunt there.
That sounds so cool! Oh my god, I have to look it up after this because that sounds like that would be such a cool like thing to do.
Yeah, they've done like haunted houses of like Halloween Town and like stuff like that.
Oh my god! Dang. Yeah, they need to do that, and they need to do that here. What are they waiting for?
They have one like called like Project Madness or something like that, with like a steampunk Mad Hatter taking you through like different like evil realms or bad endings of different Disney movies and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
I really want to go to Japan during a haunt season because their way of haunt is such a fucking different breed than anything we have here.
Oh my god, I know. It's
and
like
what they do is so cool over there, like, between like horror nights in Japan and like all that stuff, and like like the Tokyo Disney haunt and like shit like that.
Right. Well, even on like on Disney Plus, I don't remember the name of the show, but it was like the documentary of them like making the parks.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying like when they were building like Tokyo Disney, it was like they were trying to rebuild Disneyland over there, but it's like people over there aren't interested in the same things that we were interested in over here. Like we like Pirates of the Caribbean because it has that nostalgia vibe to it, whereas like
they only know the movie.
Yeah, so it's kind of like but
so that's why their Pirates is like a continuation of the movies and has like nothing tied to the lore of the old Pirates.
Exactly.
Which I fucking love their Pirates of the Caribbean, and I firmly believe that they should just get rid of Little Mermaid and put that Pirates of the Caribbean right there.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh my gosh, I know.
Because theirs is so fucking cool. I don't care if they gotta scrap Goofy Sky School or like dig into the backstage. I want that ride there. It'd be cool to have a Pirates around the both coasts. One that's like the movies and one that's the original one. Or to have like in both parks.
Yes, and it's like those rides over there in DCA on like the Zephyrs and Goofy Sky School and like that kind of area. I feel like it needs a re-update anyway, so why not put that there?
California Adventure could use the Rise of the Resistance as showstopper, and that ride is definitely exactly that.
Right. I know. Rise of the Resistance is also really good.
It's very good. I still like Jurassic World, the finished version, more, but I think it's good.
Right. Oh my gosh. I had a friend who actually painted for Jurassic World.
Were they one of the people that painted the Indominus or just the general sets?
No, yeah, he was painting the dinosaurs. That was like that was his jam. He was like, it is so tough to paint them.
Yeah, because all the individual like not really like kind of like scales and stuff and the kind of like crocky skin. Like that's got to be hard to individually do all that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's what he was telling me when they were building all that. It was just like
but
crazy.
It paid off. That Indominus Rex is fucking wild.
I know, and I want to go and see. I've only seen it on YouTube, so I'm like, I want to be in the action.
Yeah, I've been able to go on it. It's so cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I heard it was a little disappointing because there was a lot of screens and everything that were being used.
There's actually only one part that has a screen. That's the Mosasaurus tank at the beginning. The rest of it is all physical sets and animatronics.
Oh, see, that's what I get for not
yeah, you were gypped because there's only one part that has screens.
Right. It was like, whoever you went on that ride.
And that's because you can't build an animatronic Mosasaurus. That thing's too fucking big.
Right, exactly.
So they build you're cruising through the Mosasaurus tank and it's like swimming around you and it tries to like get you, but it hits the glass and the glass starts to break and the like water spills out at you and stuff like that, and that's it.
Oh, okay. See, that's no big deal. It's not nothing.
And everything else from there on out is all props and sets and stuff.
Oh, see, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, Universal's doing such a better job at new rides and like bringing things out in terms of both coasts than Disney has lately. Because in the span of Disney working on Tron and not even finishing the framing of the building, Universal built a whole roller coaster and the best roller coaster in the country completely by scratch from the ground up in Florida.
Right.
No, they put out 2 roller coasters in the span of Tron. They put out 2, and fucking Universal Hollywood put out Jurassic World in the span of Disney doing like Avengers Campus and all that stuff and Runaway Railway. Like the stuff Disney puts out is decent, but Universal's pumping out high quality stuff really fast, which is proof that Disney doesn't really have an excuse.
Exactly, and Disney, of course, they're like that. They're like the pig of the 3. Like they have the most money, resources, etc.
Yeah, and then on top of all the crazy rides and all the big money projects, they still have time to put together their big old Halloween event that's extremely like high budget, high quality, at least in Florida.
Right, exactly.
And all Disney does is that the cheap cash grab, pay $300 to fucking trick or treat for like 3 hours.
I know. That was cool. I went when they first started doing that when I was younger, and it was cool for that. But I haven't gone as an adult, so I can't really like make a decision on like if it's cool or not, as an adult.
The only good takeaway that I like from their Halloween event is probably Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark, and I think that's it.
Oh, I bet you that's cool.
It is cool. The music's like heavy metal, and it's like a headbanger, and it's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, that's super fun then. Yeah, heavy metal and Halloween, that's like bread and butter.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the whole season together. I mean, everything that they have going on. It's just like kid in a candy store just because of everything going on. And
yeah, no, and everybody's coming back so strong.
yeah, everybody's had a year to think, so they're ready.
Knott's is only coming back with one mace, but they're also coming back with probably one of their most creative new scares and ideas in a long time.
Right.
So they're coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, they're really coming for it. I really like what Knott's is doing with these like more, I don't want to say more themed isn't the word I'm looking for, but like they're really diving into like the street zones and like having a story for them, because like even Carnevil is just kind of like yeah, there's a story, but it's kind of like clowns,
Yeah.
Where Ghost Town has like a set already built into it, so you can't really not have a story. But even like with like Fiesta, CS,
even for Second Lake, it's a story.
Yeah, they have like a story going on. So I love that that's the direction that Knott's is really starting to take their street zones, especially since like that's kind of been I've been a street monster for most of my life.
That's weird to me, and I'd love to be a street monster. I've only ever been a maze monster.
Yeah, mazes are fun too, though. Don't get me wrong. I did my first
they're
year.
all right.
I did my first year in a maze, and I don't want to say that you have to do a maze, but you truly do appreciate streets a little bit more when you've been in a maze.
Yeah, you appreciate the more open air.
Yeah, you appreciate the open air. You appreciate the freedom isn't the word, but like the freedom of being able to scare in like a 360 more than like a one way or a two way.
Yeah.
And you get to, and like my favorite part is just like improv. So I even though Carnevil is really just kind of clowns, I really try to like improv and have like little stories and like things that are going on in the carnival for like a night or whatever, just to kind of keep like things interesting and like keep us as characters like engaged and like that kind of stuff. And when it comes to like scaring guests, my running partner, actually Mark, is his name, but his haunt name is Vulgar. He actually kind of taught me how to do those kinds of things, whereas like having something going on or having a character or a goal for the night and that kind of stuff, which actually works out really well being a street monster.
Yeah.
And being in character.
Do you have like a special voice that you give your character, or like anything that you do to kind of get that feel?
Kind of. I mean, like for being with like as like Threade on the street, I try to change my voice. I try to do like the whole like, I know this is so generic, but I really try to kind of do like the Harley Quinn, like kind of like generic, twangy New Yorky like kind of thing, but it doesn't always work out. So it really kind of just turns into like my voice now with like my nose and more like high pitched and everything.
Yeah, would you want to give us a bit before we head out for the night?
What was that?
So would you want to give us a bit before we finish off for the night?
I would love to, but I'm too shy to do it.
That's totally fair. I get it.
I do it like with the makeup on. The only time it really comes out.
Yeah, so give us about 3 hours of filler. We're gonna put her in the makeup, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come back.
You guys will just get 3 hours of just static.
was like, please keep my mind to the static. Just skip forward.
Skip forward to about 3 hours. No, I
Yeah,
kid,
but once Halloween starts, I'm sure it'll be hard to miss because I'm pretty loud. So
yeah, no, I definitely. You're usually always the first actor that I hear whenever I walk in.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
That is an annoying thing. The voice is really good, but
Oh, thank you.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, well, to say the least. Yeah, my haunt name is it's Spinal Tap and I don't know if you've watched like the movie,
I love Spinal
mockumentary.
Tap so much.
Yes, so like the whole like, oh well, these go to 11, the amps or whatever. That's how I got my haunt name because my voice like surpasses 10.
Oh my god, I love that. It's like the
But
whole
yeah.
like this. So we got to do your voice right. We got to take it on the bloody road and stuff like that.
Right.
But I guess anything you want to plug or say or talk about before we kind of finish?
No, I mean I think that was good. I mean if you follow my Instagram, BS_Threade with the E at the end. Other than that, no, I don't got anything else really too fancy going on.
Okay, and I guess some housekeeping here. I know we've been pouring out a lot more of these in the main episodes. It's just kind of a thing, the thing that we're doing right now because it's a lot easier to do these as they're one-on-one than with the main episodes. It's a matter of finding a certain amount of people that can do an episode, or if they can't, finding guests on top of working 5 days a week. It's kind of...
yeah, I know that full-time life, trust me.
Yeah, no, I'm living that full-time life, but we're trying to get them out. We should have one out this Sunday, actually. We're probably going to do one. Then we also have another one of these Haunter ones with, possibly, I got to see if she still wants to do it, but with the bride from Ghost Town on Sunday. And we have a couple of other good people lined up. I don't want to bring up everybody just yet because I want to keep some a surprise. But we have some good haunters lined up. And, of course, if you're listening to this and you're a haunter, it doesn't matter if it's a home haunt or a big one. We always love having any kind of haunters on this segment. And so you're always free to message us or, find us and let us know, hey, you want to be a part of this? So we'll set things up. This isn't just for, like the big haunters in the game. It's for anybody that likes to spook people.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I guess with that, we'll be at Midsummer Scream. I know we talked about it earlier, but we'll be at Midsummer Scream. I'm going to be there both days. And Ridley and Chris, my other two hosts, will possibly be there as scare actors this year. So, but I'm just going, just good old chubby me wearing the shirts. So I might print out some stickers and stuff, maybe a couple shirts to give out. I still got to see on that because it's cutting kind of close, but yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess with that, I guess we can call it there. No, I'd say it's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hope you guys have a good one. Stay spooky, and we'll see you in the fog, which is coming up really close now.
Right. See you guys then.